Once some Rico cases start dropping, everybody changes up. What's good, Grindshine Recovery? We're going to talk about gangs, how stuff happens when you're involved with gangs, in the criminal lifestyle, in the streets, addiction, all that stuff, the griminess, the grittiness, and the truth of it. Guys, as always, hit that like, share, subscribe, become part of the recovery family. So I had to switch up my location. Guys, I want to talk about this because, these days people idolize, gangsters, this, that, and the other. And I used to work for guys who were real gangsters, real killers. They did real things. They were in real organizations. And I seen some people who were, one percenters, that were pretty high up. And these guys, once Rico cases started coming down, or greed and money and dope got in the way, I seen someone who I knew was a prez that actually set someone up. He sent people in, learned how to cook dope from the guy, and after he got the info he needed, the guy was his competition, so he ended up getting busted. And I'm talking about this because perfect example is the Tekashi 6ix9ine issue, and how that all went down. Here the biggest CI in the group was, moving pounds of fentanyl, and he was been implanted in the gang for years at that point. So this is the thing, nobody's going to be down to take time for another person. 90% of the time, you do have some real ones. You have people who will take their stuff on the chin like a man, and that's the way it should happen. But 95% of the time or more, you're going to have people, once it starts happening, that they're looking at decades of being away from their families and friends, loved ones, whatever, just decades of being in prison. Stuff changes up. So, idolizing that stuff, man, it's just, I don't get it, guys. You got to look at these guys who's been there and turned it around, because I'm telling you, from changing my life around, I know it was much harder to flip the script and to do something that I never knew and go down a path that was unknown than to continue down the path that I always knew. And that's where I feel like a lot of people who have grew up in craziness and dysfunctional families and been in the streets for years, they feel like they don't have a choice. That's their cards are dealt. That's what they have to roll with. And that's not the case. You could switch it up today. It's all what you want to do, Of course, if you're going to be running around with gang members and gang banging out in the streets, hustling, selling, and all them things, you're going to be in that negative environment. You're never going to, come up. Trust me, even the guys who do come up eventually fall. And, greed will, another man will take a man who's doing well down just because of greed. So, in the dope game, that's definitely real. I've seen it happen time and time again, and I'm talking with guys who were real affiliate gangsters, doing real things. So, there's no loyalty amongst thieves, is what I'm getting at, guys. And, the things that make someone hard is can you do the hard things in life that it takes to be actually successful? And that's the things to admire and emulate, guys. I just had this on my mind because, I see, I just see a lot of the glorification of gangs, and that's not something I'm with, because I've seen it from the inside out, and I'm telling you guys, there's no loyalty, man. It's based on greed, and, whenever you have a power structure that gives one person so much power, it's going to corrupt that person, and that's just facts of the matter. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. But guys, wanted to share, I'm hoping to have my wife on here soon. She started her own business, working for herself a couple months back. She's doing great. We actually just got a new car, which is awesome, man. She's in a 2020, which is just a huge accomplishment for us, man. 5 years ago, my daughter was born, and my life changed dramatically before that, but since she's came into it, the drive I have to do better and to leave some type of legacy for her, it's just irreplaceable. So what I'm saying, guys, is especially if you're trying to get into recovery, you got to have something to live for, man. You got to do it for yourself. That's facts. But you got to have something that's greater than self, where where you have a purpose. And for me, that's letting others know that we can turn our lives around, whether it's from the street lives and hustling, or being addicted to dope with a needle in your arm. We can do it. So guys, as I always let you know, get at me in the comments if anyone's needing help with treatment, or friends or family. Let me know where you're at, and I will find you a treatment center to help you. This channel's got 7 people into treatment, working on another person as we speak, so hopefully that person will be able to come on and share down the road. We got a few people that I'm working on getting on that's actually went through treatment that I got them a scholarship for, so hoping to have them on for an update, guys. As always, y'all, stay up and stay sober.